When did you not just dodge a bullet, but evade a full-on ballistic missile strike? 1. A friend in HS offered to pick me up and sneak out for a party. I was in the middle of a world at war raid and declined. Then it turned out he hit a tree and died from drunk driving. 2. I was traveling in Australia and stayed with this guy for a week or two. At first, he seemed super cool, but I quickly realized he was a terrible alcoholic and a dealer who'd recently been in prison. One night while I was out, he got completely hammered and caused a scene at the apartment complex, so the police were called. I showed up and saw cop cars everywhere. I'd had enough and booked a flight for the next morning to see another city. I woke up, quickly threw my clothes into my bag, and was about to leave without saying goodbye. But then I thought that was rude, so I started writing a thank you note. While writing, he woke up and came into the common room. I was like, "Oh shoot, sorry, I didn't want to wake you, but I found a cheap flight leaving now." He responds, "Can I see your bag really quick before you leave? I think I left something in there." He had put his stash of meth into my bag when the police showed up the night before. I hadn't noticed it in my rush to pack and leave. I was literally about to board a plane and would have been stuck saying, "It's not mine." 3. I was in a coma. Didn't look like I'd come out of it. They had the talk with my wife about letting me go. She said no. Thanks, wife. 4. My husband accidentally took all my blood sugar meds, thinking they were Motrin when he had severe stomach pains. I didn't know what he was talking about taking all the prescription Motrin and rushed him to the ER when I figured out it was my blood sugar meds. It turned out to be acute pancreatitis, and he actually saved his organs and possibly his life by accidentally taking all those blood sugar meds. 5. I was going to get dinner at a local deli, but a friend told me about a meteor shower. So, we packed some snacks and drove to the mountains to watch the meteors. That deli ended up being shot up in a mass shooting that left 6 people dead right when I would have been there. Thanks, Tom, and thanks to the camelopardalids. 6. 9/11. I was living in Carroll Gardens at the time, a little bit south of the Brooklyn Bridge, and I was commuting via bike. Normally I'd wake up around 8 o'clock, get my stuff together and ride up Smith Street and go over the Brooklyn Bridge. I'd buy a few dozen Krispy Kreme donuts from their location in WTC for my team and then ride down to Wall Street where I worked. That particular Tuesday I overslept my alarm and had to take the subway in. I would have been at WTC right at the time of the first impact but instead was on the subway. I actually was walking up out of the Wall Street subway stop right as the second plane was coming in and was able to see a little of the fireball and hear the citywide scream.